Morning. So, I am the soul pool, you are the soul pool, we are the soul pool, together as a collective. And without you this doesn't work. 28th of July 2022. So Astro DJ gave me a song, and it took me ages to remember what it was. I have heard it, so it's called, I believe, Living on the Ceiling. And I think the band's got a really daft name like Blancmange. So I don't know, some of you may have been eating blancmange in the last couple of days or have a funny story about it to do with spirit. I don't know. But it's really a song about it's okay to be different. Doesn't matter what your weight is, what your hair colour is, what your skin colour is. It's okay to be different. I think there's a line in it somewhere where it's what you're doing up there, and then somebody says what you're doing down there. It's all about perspective. Who's to say what's normal and what's not? What's real and what's not? Make your own reality. Today's card will be the Magician card, so that fits because it's manifesting your own reality, making your own miracles. It's about communication, siblings, new energies entering your life, medical matters, and having the tools at your disposal to make it happen. So, good card to go with the song, I think. Gemini energy. Don't know where Gemini is in the chart. I don't have a lot of time anymore to look at the astrological chart before I do the read, so but we'll see. Oh, and it's still quite a way off. So that suggests to me that there's things yet to happen, which is strange. So let's see. Right, this card, everybody will always think, are you joking? Because this is about starting your own business. Yeah, right now. Maybe some of you have just finished 3 years of study and are wondering whether you should or you shouldn't do it because it will pay off within 3 years. You're building the foundations for something, or you already have got the foundations to go forward to something new that will profit within 3 years. It doesn't have to be work and career, it can be love, because there's the rose there. But the foundations have to be strong. Then we have the father figure, the boss, the government official. This is self-esteem. It's shoulders back, chest out, looking the world right in the eye. It's also rebirths, new beginnings and success. So again, anything that has a firm foundation that begins now will profit within 3 years. 4 or 31, massively important. It's makeovers, it's haircuts, it's new wardrobe, it's getting your nails done, it's looking after yourself. And today's card is neutral, but it does mean that miracles can happen. But you know why? Because you're taking the advice that Spirit has given you and getting off that fence. You're no longer trying to do everything alone. You're no longer trying to juggle too many things. You're concentrating on what you truly want. And because you've faced the chaos head on, there will be hope, healing and freedom. Any issues with the ankles and legs will be healed. This is following your true north, your north node, your life purpose. Not letting anything stop you. This is crowds, this is fame, this is getting out into society. This is not dimming your light for anybody. So it doesn't matter what's going on in the world. If you decide that something's right for you, then you should go for it now, before it's too late. Seek advice if you need to from a doctor, priest or lawyer. This is a Libra cusper. So an early Libra would be Virgo, a late Libra would be Scorpio. But it doesn't really matter about the star signs or anything. This is somebody who'll protect you. Excuse me. Sneeze on a Thursday. Sneeze for better. So better things to come. It's Archangel Michael. He finds the lost souls. Somebody's tried to bring you to your knees. And you know what? They won't succeed because you have self-esteem. You know your worth. So that's never going to happen. They will try, and there may be violent arguments where they will want to win no matter what. They'll cut their own nose off to spite the face. What they don't realise is that nobody wins these sort of arguments, and everyone regrets them. 5 weeks. A new home, a new life, a celebration. The foundations are strong. It's time to celebrate. So, what have we learnt from this? We've got two major arcanas. So if we are positive and we manifest our own reality, we will be successful. Don't dim your light in the crowd, and you will, if you follow your own purpose, be happy. It's when you're living somebody else's life or following what the boss says that you're unhappy. Be you, that's all they're saying. So 17, Aquarius and Aries 4 or 31, any of those things resonates with you. The numbers can be date for your diary, an address, somebody's birthday, living or past. Anyway, you see the numbers, 17, 4 and 31. Absolutely fantastic. Aries and Aquarius energy could be what's going on in astrology at the minute. Could be your birth sign. Could be the energy that you need to use to get what you want. maybe somewhere in your chart. So there we are, Dark Night of the Soul. We're at the threshold of a new beginning. And even though there's a stingray there, so we know there's going to be a sting in the tail, I think we've pretty much decided, okay, let's do this. A new beginning. But first you have to settle a long-standing problem. Could be a medical issue, could be a dental issue, could be any long-standing problem. Somebody's in denial about that needing to be settled, and it does. Otherwise you can't go forwards. You can't rise like the phoenix if it's not settled. Number 20, negative energy. Yeah. Finances and security. So obviously, if you're starting a new business especially, you will be worried about the finances. How are we going to cope if I start this? Are we going to be able to feed the kids, etc.? If you don't try, you'll never know, will you? I was born 1951, plus or minus 12, February to February may be involved. And 10 years. And we've got an enemy. The enemy may well be yourself, because you're getting in your own way. But it's overcome. So now we know that we've overcome those obstacles, those people that are getting in the way, that are telling you can't do something. Yeah, because all the cards are saying, once you settle this, once you face this head on, there will be abundance. Again, we've got some message of military. So I am getting a constant spirit of someone in the military. So at least one of you out there I know is connected to somebody in the military that's passed. So we've got November the 11th, the poppies. So the name Poppy could be important. And May the 31st, but most importantly, the 3 or the 30. It could be Taurus energy. It's mother-in-laws, mothers of your children. It can be pregnancy, but it's greener pastures. Abundance comes in many forms. It's your happiness at stake. Yep. So end this chapter. When you end this chapter, travel to the object of your desire, be the person, things, or events. So as soon as you're ready, it's there for you. Too many. Sorry. Because there is no equal reciprocity in this situation. That's why there's the arguments. Somebody keeps giving and getting nothing back. And we don't give to receive, but we're nobody's doormat either. So there's a need for an apology somewhere. Apologies don't mean that you have to condone what somebody's done, but accepting the apology is compassionate. And then you can move on and things will improve slowly. So you'll either accept their apology, but if they don't follow that with actions, then you won't be putting up with it, I don't think. Apologies are needed, but not to stop you in your journey. And someone doesn't want to take the action needed. Again, Aries energy. So Aries cusper. It could be an early Aries Pisces or a late Aries Taurus. We've got Taurus there, we've got Aries there. So it probably is an Aries cusper nearer to Taurus. It's all mouth and no trousers. Elaine, it's that bloke again. Yeah, which is strange for that card because he usually does what he says he's going to do. So, stubborn. A weak individual, which is not usual for that card unless medical issues are getting in the way. So, love has left the building. There's no two ways about that. So, you're concentrating on career and finances or a new beginning. Yeah, the fear is that someone will be hurt, someone will be broken-hearted. Widow, divorcee. The feminine, usually the Aquarius energy. So we've got Aquarius there. So Aquarius energy. So this is, I tell you the astrology so that you can look at today's astrological chart or your own and see where it fits with you, because there'll be an extra message there. So she's usually a professional female. She's making bad decisions, possibly because what's going on at home. But she's guarding her heart. She is not thinking clearly. She's very confused. And there he is again. So somebody's confused and upset and not thinking straight, possibly looking for revenge, which is the Five of Swords, which is wanting to win at all costs, cutting your nose off to spite your face. And then we've got our more for no trousers actually in the read, because that's external to the read. So again, the Aries cusper. So the female's not communicating properly, the male's not taking any action, and it's all about reciprocation. There has to be an equal give and take here, and the only thing they've got equal at the minute is that neither are doing what they're supposed to do. Neither are following the true paths. 6 years is mentioned. You see? So, it's up to you. You have a choice. Abundance and happiness, fame, maybe. Facing the chaos head on, and there'll be hope, healing and freedom. Or we have the same card again, the 17. So it's about your choices when you get to this crossroad. What are you going to do? Because if you don't face the chaos, stop putting the bill behind the clock, stop ignoring the phone call, whatever it is. If you don't face it, how can your wishes and dreams come true? You have to lay ghosts to rest and decide what you want to do. If you're going to regret it, don't do it. But if you're going to regret not doing it, then you have to do it. Because here is confusion. Fear about this new beginning. This. Because people are lying to you to confuse you. Somebody's playing mental mind games, telling you it's impossible. Or you're telling yourself that. Because there's a bond here. A true bond. Maybe you're resisting it. You don't want to give back what's coming your way because you've been hurt before. Because in the past, you've been widowed or divorced, or you're a bit raw. So you have to leave the past behind. Settle that. Don't take that baggage into this new situation. And it doesn't have to be love. It can be a new partnership in work or whatever. Yeah, teamwork is important. But that causes friction, arguments, competition. Maybe you believe there's too much competition for you to propose to somebody, because that can be a proposal. And that they'll never accept. But if you don't ask, you'll never know. And this could be our man in uniform. Because this one He might seem like a gopher. It might seem like he's not got a lot to go with, but he will get there. And you've got to be there at the ground up. Start with him from the beginning. He may have an old injury to the leg. He may have a visible limp. He may even be an amputee. Honey seems important to spirit around him. Always has done. Beekeepers. Or he may have given you a gift of something that has a bee on it. And I've got a mug with a bee on it. Could be anything. I don't even know if they're in a military troop that have a bee as their symbol. Maybe. Could also be just somebody of a darker complexion, or somebody that wears a uniform of any kind. Could be a postman. But there's a lot of competition. And there's a violent man. So, confusion. I think this man's mind was confused. Now, though, because we go back to the main read, he is very clear about what he wants. But there was, or he will be, there was a lot of confusion because of these mind games. So maybe one scenario is this chap has been in a violent relationship, a volatile relationship in the past. Because there's two people there. Do you see how they make a full picture when I turn it that? This is why I love this deck, when I turn it the right way around. So you see how they make the full picture? Yeah? These are both reversed. So two damaged people who were so confused and frightened to be vulnerable, really. And petty mind games isn't going to make this any better. So, we go back to the initial read though. This is all the backstory. The initial read is, if you're about to start something new, be it a relationship, be it a business, maybe you've been burnt in business before and you're frightened to do it again. You won't make the same mistakes you did last time. You start small, don't invest too much, see how it goes. But as long as you've got the right team with you, the right partners, you'll be fine. You're manifesting your own reality. Magic and dreams can come true. And what did I say about following your North Star? Your North Node is your life purpose. There it is, number 41. See, I don't even know what I'm saying half the time, but Spirit do. And you know, can you see what that says there? Can you see? 10 of Cups is your happiness, your bliss. It could be that you're in something that has got as good as it's going to get. And there's no growth in the situation, it's stagnating. So that means the push that you need to move on to something else. But it's usually your happiness within 10 months. And there it is. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. That's it. We're not meant to be here to work ourselves into the ground for other people. So, the name Tenzin could be important, and the number 14. And they want you to look at, see if you see any quotes come up on your newsfeed or anything with the Dalai Lama. It's important, take notice of them. So the North Node points out the best areas for us to direct our talents and our wills, yeah? The North Node shows the area of gifts. It represents destiny. And there's the gifts coming. It is directly opposed to the South Node, which is more serious and restrictive. The North Node represents where we benefit from the good work of the past. So yesterday we was talking about reaping our rewards and past lives, and how that assists us in the here and now. The North Node is the place in the chart where life becomes easier. So when you look at your North Node in your chart and you look up what it is, it'll tell you what your path is meant to be. It acts like a karmic Jupiter, where the doorway opens suddenly. And there we have, where's that opening suddenly? Because we're not sitting on the fence anymore. And you are exactly where you need to be. The North Node represents destiny, having a place in your situation. Through many life lessons, you are about to arrive at a place for your highest good. The point is, you've got to face it. So if you come into a confrontational situation at work with the boss, and it's a case of swallowing your pride and sticking in a job that you don't love and you don't enjoy, or telling them to shove it, chances are Spirit would say, tell them to shove it now. Because especially if you know you work hard, you will get another job, or they will beg you to come back because they can't do without you. Either way, you've got to know your worth. Are you worth more than this? That's what you've got to ask yourself. And if you are, don't back down. Because normally this is somebody who would back down in an argument or conflict. And they know that, so they're using it against you. Your life is expanding. Yes, it is. You're growing. That's the Empress energy. You're growing, expanding, and that's how it should. If you stagnate and you're in the wrong place. And opportunities pour in swiftly, catching you quite by surprise. This card also represents past life memories and karmic connections. You may meet people who you've known over many past lives, perhaps in a soul family, where bonds are formed quickly. You're taking on a larger view of your life, which is not only emphasising your... Can I just say, I'm sniffing. I hate sniffing on camera. I don't know where it's come from. But so somebody may have a problem with their nose or their sinuses. It's a fortuitous time to begin a privately owned business. Thank you, Spirit. See how they work. See how they're going round in full circle. So what did I say at the beginning? It is a fortuitous time to begin a privately owned business or other professional venture, which nobody would tell you to do in this climate, would they? But Spirit is saying do it and bring in extra finances. Whatever this venture may be, it's about being fun, creative and optimistic, and it will be part of it. At this time, you will feel less limited, and your goals and plans have a more far-reaching potential than you could ever imagine. Keep in mind, the lunar nodes always bring shifts and changes. For instance, a relationship with someone who has destiny spelled all over him or her may suddenly walk into your life. If so, this relationship will start rapidly and be life-altering. Two damaged people coming together, what did I say? So, farming. Everybody's saying about the farms. If you want to be a farmer, if you've always wanted to be a farmer, now is the time to do it, because they will be all corporately owned, and you will be able to be independent, open a farm shop, people will flock. All I'm saying is that is an example. Anything online, people aren't going to be able to get things on the shelves, so anything online is going to be very profitable. That's what Spirit is telling me. So one job may end swiftly and you will find yourself in a much more suitable position. If your energy is used correctly, it will promote greater optimism and prosperity. So what they're saying is, if you're not greedy and put big profits on everything, you will prosper. You've got to share your abundance with others, okay? This means finances are also likely to increase. This energy is now telling you that the schooling part is over. You've learned all the hard lessons that you need to learn. Don't go relearning those lessons. Lessons have been learned and you are now to act on these lessons towards a greater destiny. At this time, it is evident where you need to go and where you need to be and where you don't need to be. As a soul messenger, the appearance of the North Node card in the spread indicates growing into what's called a larger unknown, meaning you are moving towards a point that promises great fulfillment. Yes, your wishes and dreams come true if you make the right decisions and don't dim your light. Matters will develop suddenly, but there's still work to be done. Luck is on your side, with an opening towards greater things. Karmic lessons learned and processed bring fulfillment and happiness. Positive karma rewards the soul enlargement, being in the right place at the right time. So no such thing as a coincidence. Make sure that you are in that right place at the right time. Get out there and socialise. Network with people. Don't dim your light. Oh, I don't know how you pronounce that. Ancient knowledge, help and dimension. The number 33. Master number 33. I think it says the side here. Side. We'll see if it gives us any help in pronouncing it. Because I can't tell whether that's supposed to be an O or a D. 33. We haven't had this one before, have we? Okay. So, the side A, so S-I-D-H-E, pronounced she. Oh, it's one of them Irish things. She means people of the fairy hills. The she are considered to be the original fairy race and were seen as ancient Celtic gods, also known as the Thua de Dunon or Thua Dunon, meaning tribes of the gods. They were said to have come from the clouds, so the angels. Some believe aliens, don't they? It wouldn't surprise me if aliens landed now, to be fair. But this is shrouded in mystery. The race was known for their supernatural powers and incredible skills. When the Tuatha decided to leave the physical plane, they journeyed underground and became known as the She, now known as the gods of the earth. So Mother Earth, which we've got there, abundance. Working with the earth, growing your own, they keep saying it, don't they? They're banging on about bloody crops and plants. She literally means mound. So there's a hill or mountain to climb. Wee folk, good folk, fairy folk. Well, not all fairies are good, but these apparently are. Which was later shortened to fairies. Hence, the she are the original fairy race. Knowing what we know now about the she, when we draw this card, it is special indeed. Messages from a race of people that are gifted in magic and other skills. So the psychics, the tarot readers, the mediums, the astrologers, speak to us of help from a powerful source. Know that they don't offer help to just anyone, so if they offer you help, you're very special. You must ask with respect and a genuine need to do good with the help they give you. So if you're doing it for greed, you're not going to get any answers whatsoever. If you're doing it only for pure profit for you without sharing that wealth, and I don't mean monetary, like I said, then you will not get help. Many of their race have given up on the wants and needs of humans because they're too selfish. But there are some that wish to help us. There are some that know the fate of the human race and wish to help change that course we have set for ourselves. What is your passion? Do you have a project or work that you wish to accomplish to help the course of humanity? And it could be learning a course in bloody blacksmithing or welding, something that you, on a night course that you would never normally use in your daily life, but that it's a skill that may come in handy later on. Are you working to raise the consciousness of the human race, or are you just following orders? Do you work with saving the precious forests and environment issues? Ask for help. Being interdimensional beings, they see our issues from a highest perspective and can see the necessary steps we need to take to achieve our desired goals. They may also suggest a different role or path to take, which they know will serve a better purpose. All they ask in return is that you are sincere, honest, and follow through with what you ask for. This could be a turning point on your path for a better, regardless of how it may look at this time. So it may look like it's totally irrelevant in your life at the moment, but who knows what's coming. So as a side note, Spirit have just popped into my head. You definitely, see, they've put something else in now, so 1 minute. Let me just go back to that because it might remind me. So the environment thing. So we all know, don't we, that basic, sorry, my son's I'm not stealing his joy because he's laughing. So the environment thing, that for basics, yeah, we don't chop down trees because we know the trees help us. But on the other side, there is always extremists in everything. And this environment thing about electric cars and stuff like that, we all know now is a myth because it takes more away from the environment digging for the lithium than it does for the batteries, than it does for what we are doing now. So you've got to look at the bigger picture. Stop looking at the extremists in every group and go back to basics. See the ones that are genuine, that care about animals, plants, nature, etc. Yeah? Because we know the environmentalists are the same people, the extreme environmentalists are the same people that chuck their bloody masks away or use disposable nappies and stuff like that. They're not really the people that care about the environment, are they? If you're still using reusable nappies and you've got your eco-friendly wash and stuff like that, well done you. If you're wasting things in your life, then you're not everybody has to be an environmentalist, but I'm just saying, when they speak about environmentalists, they don't talk about the extremists, the ones that glue themselves to things. That's not doing anybody any good. Okay? It's practical things. So past life, I'll finish preaching, but that's the trouble. Every good cause is hijacked by extremists, and so people switch off when you talk about environmentalists and stuff like that, because they think of the extremists. They don't think of the hard-working people that grow trees. Like there's some guy, I don't know, in China that goes out every day and plants a tree in some piece of wasteland, and now he's got a forest. That's the sort of people they're talking about. The ones that do little things that mean nothing to anyone else. And what did I say? The arts. So don't dismiss that if you're a bard, a musician, a poet, that you haven't got a reason to be here. If that's what you want to do, fame is quite possible with that card there. But it's about the message that you put into your songs. If you have the right words and the right message, people will listen. Love life. And that's not necessarily means romantic life. It means you have to love your life. Full circle, Spirit, well done. And what did I say? Medicine, healing, medicine man or woman. At the bottom of the deck, we have biblical, so that's about upbringing, institutions, indoctrination, the way you was brought up to believe things. So, the arts. So, it's about creativity, your talents, and that need to express your skills. Something artisan. So it could be, I don't know, you could make cupcakes for all I know. It's something you love doing. Something that could be a lucrative career from a hobby, an art and crafts course, yeah? But it has to be something you love doing. Because then every day will not seem like work. It will be the love of the job. So, painful experiences of the past. What did I say about, we're going back to these two here. This couple that have both been damaged, yeah? It will break you. So you become overcautious and you need to learn to love yourself with an open heart. Love and be loved. If a new person comes into your life, this person was meant to be in your life. Connection, part of a greater plan. And it did say that earlier on, didn't it? So somebody you know that, or you don't know, that is your destiny, really. And then we've got medicine, which health issues were mentioned earlier on, wasn't it? Medicine. So, a healer, instinct, knowing without knowing how, taking classes in spiritual or medical healing professions like Reiki, soul's calling, no guarantees of success, but your passion for work will form a great foundation for a successful practice. Again, full circle. Thank you, Spirit. So you're building the foundations for a successful practice, whatever that may be. So we'll look at the bottom of the card because it's biblical. And it says, realizing the Bible and religion and institutions are not telling the whole story. Rebelling against religion, follow your own path. Again, follow the North Star, your path. Well done, Spirit. That's absolutely fantastic. Witnessing heartbreak and horror. A beloved may have passed. Made you question, Spirit. So maybe this is the first time coming to watch me since Spirit died that you've felt you might be able to believe. It's time to reconnect. Forgive them for leaving you. That's what Spirit is saying. Forgive them for leaving you. And then it helps you move on. And forgiveness of yourself and others. So the other thing is, whatever it is you've been beating yourself up, that Spirit know you've been beating yourself up about, because it's called survivor's guilt. You may have had to decide whether to turn off the life support. You may have been 5 minutes later than you should have been. You may not have been able to get there at all. It doesn't matter to Spirit. They love unconditionally. All is forgiven. You've just got to learn to forgive yourself. That was a bit deep, wasn't it? Right, I do try every morning to keep this light-hearted, but Spirit just not having it. So, yeah, Truth, Saturn, Leo, 4th house. 4th house is Cancer, so it's the home and the environment, love, mothers, I've got the mother there, the breast, the womb, the stomach, the breast, home, ancestral line, the colour red, childhood, inherited patterns, family environment, the upbringing and the womb. And then we've got Leo, Saturn in Leo, sorry, so the truth needs to come out. Saturn in Leo. The Lord of Karma is Saturn. The placement may limit or delay creative expression. So this Leo new moon, which we're talking about, it could be that 2.5 days. It limits your creative expression, so it makes you doubt yourself or channel it into a rigid outlet. Life may be difficult because of the pleasure principle is effectively blocked. So somebody's blocking your pleasure. Somebody's stealing your happiness. So everything I say is a message from Spirit. When I said I'm not stealing my son's happiness because he's laughing, something or someone is stealing your happiness. And it could be a Leo, and you need to speak your truth about it. If somebody in a relationship or a working situation is making you feel less than or unhappy, then you have to speak it. And if they're not prepared to change that, then you have to reevaluate what your path is together. But it could be this next 2.5 days, because we've got the Leo new moon, and it could be a Leo themselves. And look where Saturn is in your chart. It's all important, but I just don't have time in these reads to go through it. I could go on all day, and we're not doing that. So, but I think we will have a goddess card. There we go. You can do a tarot read from one card, and you could go on for hours, because there's so much that you could get just from one card. You can't just say what, so it means this, it means that, because it means so much more, especially when you're dealing with Spirit. So there's so many scenarios. And then we have the song, don't we? Which I shall put up after I've done this. Oh, there's a different one. Hygeia. Now, medical matters. So we've got the medicine man, the medical matters, and we've got a medical matter needs settling. So this is another issue that they want to talk about. And miracles can happen. So if you're worried about a medical matter, something could happen to heal the situation. So let's see what he's got to say. Because can you see, not on this card, but in most decks, the magician holds that staff. It's the medical symbol with snakes. So those born 1965 plus or minus 12, February to February, may be involved as well. So like I said, before, herbal healing and getting into health foods, maybe selling health foods could be a new business that you could start on the internet. Hygeia is often depicted as an African elder woman draped with snakes that signify her gift as a healer. Preventative health care, maintaining your wellness, and a need for vigilance in matters of health and physical pleasure. So don't forget to wear your well as if you get into a passionate encounter. Drawing Hygeia invites you to focus on your own health needs, whether that means having a massage or a checkup at the dentist. What did I say? Some of you have got a dental problem and it needs sorting, so get it sorted. Stop being a baby. Or it may be that you haven't got the funds, but it's got to be found from somewhere because you need to get that sorted. Prevention is better than the cure. So start taking vitamins, stuff like that now, even if you're young, because you're not going to be young forever. She also invites you to explore the link between mental and emotional states of physical afflictions. So sometimes I know, like, I had a back problem where it floored me, but it was due to stress. So don't think that it can't attack you physically just because it's not an actual disease or ailment. Your mind can play a lot of tricks on you. Celebrate being an incarnated spirit. Enjoy your body, cherish it, care for it tenderly. Snakes, which have symbolised healing in many cultures because of their ability to shed their skin, it's time for you to evolve and grow and emerge reborn. What did I say about the Aries energy? Rebirth in a new form. Hide symbols. Beware of those who seek to cramp your style. There you go. Don't dim your light for anyone. And depress your spirit. If you've been celibate, Hydra may awaken the interest in sex. Passionate encounters may be on the cards. How fantastic is that? So, hope you enjoyed that one. I did. It was a bit deep. Again, we're getting no light-heartedness anymore, is there? We'll see what comes. So thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye.